Barrett Kohler Publishers presents Invisible Trillions, How Financial Secrecy is Imperiling Capitalism and Democracy, and the Way to Renew Our Broken System. Written by Raymond W. Baker. Narrated by Dave Clark. A note to the listener. Throughout this narration, there will be references to figures. Please visit www.bkconnection.com/audiobooks/trillions to download a PDF file containing these figures. Forward. In 2005, Raymond Baker published a seminal book, Capitalism's Achilles Heel, documenting the problem of dirty illicit money and what it was doing to our systems of democracy and free market capitalism. The book, based on a decade of research and over 300 interviews in nearly 24 countries, had a profound impact in demonstrating how global capitalism was going off the rails due to pervasive corruption and illicit capital flows, facilitated and protected by secrecy provisions, scant regulation, and the unfortunate human tendency toward greed. The book gave rise to a movement for global financial integrity and an organization of that name that Baker founded the subsequent year. Despite these efforts by a dedicated band of analysts, journalists, and activists, the problem has only mushroomed in scale. Now, we can no longer talk of tens or hundreds of billions of dollars stolen, skimmed, and transferred through illicit or fraudulent activity. Rather, as Baker makes clear in this urgently important new book, kleptocrats, criminals, corporations, and crony capitalists now send invisible trillions coursing through the opaque arteries of global finance. And democracies, not the least the United States, are as eager to receive, conceal, and legitimize this diverted wealth as the venal and cunning are to launder and park it. The result has been an alarming corrosion of democracy and capitalism. Each system, or more to the point, each half of the intertwined system of democratic capitalism, is being dragged down by the relentless pursuit of profit maximization, even when it is immoral, evading the most minimal civic duty to pay taxes on gushing revenues, and frequently when it is blatantly illegal. A complex global industry of lawyers, bankers, consultants, accountants, lobbyists, agents, brokers, and fixers has arisen for one common purpose: to help place trillions of dollars of wealth beyond the reach of public accountability, regulation, and taxation. By making these trillions invisible, untaxable, and, if they are stolen from impoverished publics, unrecoverable, global financial secrecy is dramatically increasing inequality of wealth and income within nations. Worse, as Baker makes clear, economic development is stunted, and inequality is further aggravated by the wasteful, unproductive dispensation of this cornered wealth, most of which is hoarded in various stores of cash or luxury real estate, or squandered in obscene displays of conspicuous consumption. As Baker puts it, the mature mega-rich are hiding, saving, and playing with their money, while the youthful poor are under-challenged and restless. This mounting inequality is now one of the biggest contributors to the declining functionality of and public support for both democracy and capitalism. As Baker shows, and as generations of research on democracy have demonstrated, there is a strong inverse relationship between inequality and democracy. But the global system of financial secrecy is eroding democracy in another way as well, by ravaging the rule of law and really any sense of a shared public purpose. As Baker makes clear in this devastating portrait, the current system of global financial and corporate capitalism, as it is increasingly distorted and degraded by the vast inscrutable web of tax havens, secrecy jurisdictions, shell corporations, shadowy corporate subsidiaries, anonymous trust accounts, fake foundations, and falsified trades, is unsustainable. As it moves more and more wealth beyond the reach of public scrutiny and accountability, it is also transferring that wealth from the poor to the rich, and from the global south to the north, while cleansing much of it of any taint of criminality or corruption. Inequality deepens, ethics evaporate, institutions decay, and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?